So originally born in the Bay Area, my family decided to move to Malaysia, where I spent approximately 15 years there. And when I graduated from high school in Malaysia, we were ready to move back. And so when we found the city of Eastvale, we moved in here and we stumbled upon Norco College, which then became my home campus. English is not my first language, it's my third or fourth language, and I did not do well in math in high school as well. And so I needed to take remedial courses, which is why I decided to sign up for community college. I've always known that public service is something that I want to go into. It started when I was little. My dad is a lifelong Lions Club member. Growing up, he would always bring me to all kinds of events, activities, community functions. And then I joined Girl Guides, which is the same thing with Girl Scouts, and that's how I got involved in the community. So I joined Norco College and I found out about this group called ASNC, so the student government. I started volunteering and then I realized, I could run for senator, and I did. I ran, there was a vacancy, I became the vice president. And I was thinking, should I run for president? Should I not? And I was terrified. I remember, this is really embarrassing, but I remember crying because I couldn't decide if I should go for it. I really wanted to, but I was thinking English is not my first language. It's only my second year in the United States. How am I going to do this? And it was actually my mentor, Demetrius. He was the one who really pushed for it. He said, just do it anyway. What's the worst thing that could happen? If you don't win, you learn, you move on, and then do it again next time. And so took a leap of faith, ran for student body president, which I later won the election. And from there on, I was able to be more involved, not just at Norco College, but also region-wide in Region 9 through Student Senate for California Community Colleges, SSCCC. And then from there on, I was able to connect with a lot of local legislature. And through that, I transferred to UC Berkeley, where I was able to obtain an internship with now Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And because of that, I would like to credit Norco College. A good chunk of it was because of ASNC that really kickstart my career. I remember my very first class. He's no longer with us, but he's Professor Michael Clough. He was my very first English teacher. And I remember I took a winter session class. So I started in winter of 2012. I just turned 17 back then. And it was my first class. I was very nervous. And he was very patient with me. He answered all kinds of questions for me, things that would be common sense for a lot of your average Americans, right? Even after that class, it was only a 6-week class, he would check in with me even up until the month that he passed away. It was very sudden, but he passed away in 2014, right before I transferred to UC Berkeley. In fact, he told my parents, which he never told me that, it was my parents who told me that. He told my parents that he was very proud of me. My mom was a refugee from Vietnam War. She came here when she was very little. And my dad himself, he is an immigrant from Malaysia. So it's hearing all those stories and understanding how complex our immigration system is. What I do at work is that I help people navigate through those complex systems. This past week, I was able to help this family. Father lost his employment authorization document. So I was able to help him get a 6-month extension. On top of that, I was able to help him get his green card. So now he is able to work and feed his family and keep their house. And those little moments, those little victories for me are truly the highlight of my career. I did not know that this city council seat was going to be vacant. I did not know that I was going to be running at the age of 23. But before that, I had been volunteering. I had been learning from other elected officials, other community members. And it just so happened that when it came up, I was prepared to do it. I had the skill sets, I had the connections, I had everything that I needed to run for it. So I personally, when I'm in a room, I forget about my age. That's like the last thing on my mind, right? For me, it's about how am I going to connect with people. It's about how to serve everyone. I want to build a library in this city. It's something that I'm very passionate about. That's the number one thing on my list. Short-term wise, in addition to my work and city council, I am finishing up my grad school and I want to teach at a community college, and I couldn't have done this without every single one of them at Norco College. So with that, thank you.